Hey guys and gals, Undead12335. Before I go and enjoy my Thanksgiving dinner, I wanted to do this video for you. If you've never heard of the Golden Joystick Awards, consider yourself lucky. It basically gave The Last of Us 2 one of the most critically panned games ever. Game of the Year, Soundtrack of the Year, Best Storytelling, Best Art Direction, and just in general, every award that there was possibly able to be won at this event, they gave it to them. Gave Best Studio to Naughty Dog. We knew that this was going to happen. Game companies and review stuff like that, they're always paid off. Even if a game is mediocre, they will still give it to a company just because. I guarantee you Epic paid them off back in 2018 for Fortnite. Fortnite's dead. Fortnite has been dead for the last, year. Fortnite has nothing going for it. It has no replay value. It has no story. But it's very casual friendly, and it was the biggest game in the world. So, of course, they had to give it Game of the Year. It's not a true Game of the Year, though, unless you actually win at the Video Game Awards. But still. They also gave the Character of the Year to Kamala Khan, the Mr. Fantastic ripoff or doppelganger from Marvel's Avengers. One of the worst, drop-offs in players in gaming ever happened because of this game. It lost 93% of its players in the first 3 weeks of the game being out. There's less than 1,000 people playing the game on Steam. Go to Xbox right now. There's maybe 50 or 60 people looking for a group for what was considered to be one of the biggest video games ever is what people were wanting this to be. The game flopped. The game is trash. A buddy of mine bought it. He loved it. I don't see how. It doesn't look that great. But let's talk about The Last of Us 2 and how you cannot trust video game companies. They gave Best Art Direction to The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 is a stunningly beautiful game. It is very pretty. So that one is justified. Best Storytelling. Butch chick smack guy in head with golf club, it go bonk. You play rest of game sad. You fight butch lesbian, she bite off fingers. End credits. That's basically the entire game. There's nothing there. This whole game's story was built to say that humans are trash, men are trash, LGBTQ for the win. And you'll find, yet again, as I always say with stuff like this, you'll find no gay hate here. I just cannot stand virtue signaling. You can't, when the crowd you're trying to appease says no, you think you may be doing something wrong? Really? This game also won Best Soundtrack over Doom Eternal. One of the highest rated games of this year. Also one of the most overrated, might I add. Doom Eternal, it looks pretty. The soundtrack is amazing, but it's not that good of a game. It's not Doom. When you play Doom, you want to kill demons, not play Parkour Simulator. If I wanted to, I'd play Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It's not... How? Every single song from Doom Eternal is a multi-million view video. Name me one freaking song from The Last of Us Part 2. Name me one. I can name a handful from Doom Eternal because they're in my daily soundtrack. Super Gore Nest, Gladiator, Slayer Gates. The only thing they fear is you is like one of my favorite tracks in gaming history. It's up there with Rip and Tear from the first game. Meat Hook is awesome. Slayer Gates literally sounds like something's coming. It's great. I'm just looking around watching the skies. It lost to that. If you want to see how much more corrupt the Game Awards are, Ghost of Tsushima should have won every one of these. I've never played it, but I've seen gameplay. It looks like a ninja version of Far Cry with constantly clearing bases, but it's a beautifully rendered game. This game did honestly what Sekiro failed to do. It was actually fun to play, which it's still, people are still calling it a disgrace. Sekiro won Game of the Year. And I did a video on that, and it's not because I hate the game, it's because it did not deserve Game of the Year. It didn't. It was good for one playthrough, that's it. This game, it's good for multiple playthroughs of Ghost of Tsushima. Doom Eternal is good for multiple playthroughs. Everything from speed runs, doing challenges, and doing all the little optional gore nests and stuff in the game. Also, just the amount of speedrunning hype around this game. The community is huge right now. The community is at an all-time high because of Doom Eternal. No one is speedrunning The Last of Us 2. And if they did, they were just doing it to beat the game and get it over with. Beat it before their 7-day period of the week is up so they can get their money back. It's disgusting. Games nominated for Game of the Year at this, it was a travesty. You can tell that these particular ones were handpicked just because. And if this says anything and you don't believe me, the second place game for Ultimate Game of the Year was Genshin Impact. A gacha game. A game that literally gets you in, gets you all nice and cuddly, and puts you in a headlock and says, pay me now! You want to progress? You want to go somewhere? Give me money. Every YouTuber from Astacross to PewDiePie were playing this crap. A Breath of the Wild knockoff, might I add. It's the same game. They even ripped off their animations for climbing and flying and gliding around. The grass is the exact same model from Breath of the Wild. It is a rip-off. And it was nominated second place. Kamala Khan, though. Back on that. Character of the Year. You made sure that a minority was nominated for and won for Character of the Year. Who even knows who she is? No one, considering she's been rebooted in the comics like 40 times. They keep trying to bring her back to cancel out Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Spider-Man is here to stay. One of the most critically acclaimed superhero stories and characters ever. He's rated among the greats. He's earned his spot. He has multi-million-dollar blockbusters. Including Spider-Man 2 is one of the greatest superhero films ever. It's amazingly good. The Sam Raimi films were really darn good. Especially the second one. Yet you give it to Kamala Khan, who no one even knows who she is. I'm scared for the actual video game awards. Because I know The Last of Us 2 is going to sweep through those. They have stuff like Best Multiplayer, Best Sound Design and stuff like that and all this crap. Warzone was nominated for something and I'm like, how? It doesn't deserve it. If this says anything about corruption too, like the Grammys, Drake and The Weeknd are going to town right now on the Grammy people. They did not win pretty much anything. I'm not the biggest fan of Drake, and even I'll admit, guy's got talent. He has a lot of talent. The Weeknd, I love The Weeknd. In the Night is an amazing song. The Hills is one of my all-time favorite songs. Wicked Games is also one of my all-time favorite songs. Kind of weird coming from a metalhead, huh? He got nothing. Blinding Lights is one of the best tracks I've heard this year. After Hours was an amazing record, and it won nothing. I'm so glad that they did not have an audience in the background whenever they were doing this video game stuff for Golden Joystick, because there would have been boos when they were doing this stuff. And Neil Cuckman was there just, oh, this is pretty sweet. I'm glad I was able to work for such a great studio. So many talented people, and can't believe I won Game of the Year. Oh, excuse me, we won Game of the Year. Yeah. Like, you you also won Studio of the Year for Naughty Dog. A studio that came out, employees were coming out and saying that they were literally being forced to work 12-hour plus days, weeks on end, because of crunch, because you guys wanted to get your game out before the holiday season. And your game still technically flopped. Give it 5 or 6 years, there'll be a Last of Us Part 3. You know. But I really don't get it. There's no credibility when it comes to video games anymore. If you are enjoying this video, by the way, feel free to hit like and subscribe down there. It really helps me out. And I kind of like doing videos like this because I'm about to go enjoy a Thanksgiving dinner. And I want to be nice and calm while I'm enjoying my meal. But yeah, what do you guys think in the comments below? I think the video game awards, and especially the Golden Joystick Awards, I forgot they even existed. People, apparently they're an internet thing. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope you guys all have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Please stay safe, enjoy your turkey, and be sure to grab dessert. But stay safe in these trying times, as I always say. Yet again, happy holidays, y'all, and I will see y'all later. Peace out.